Wow. Common all throughout Cascadia, these gorgeous, dainty little beauties have found a unique way of making their presence known if you happen to be walking through the bushes unaware and you stumble up against some of them, and that's by giving you a nice little sting, little tingly sensation there, hence their name, the stinging nettle. Whew, you sassy little minx. Stinging nettles are a really tall, slender, beautiful plant here in the Pacific Northwest, growing from spreading rhizomes, and as a perennial plant, that means they sprout up every year and die off in the fall. They're really iconic and easy to identify by their slender, tall, woody stalks, their opposite placed leaves, which tend to be lance-shaped to oval to heart-shaped with heavily toothed edges, and when they mature, they form these bunches of really cool, unique, beautiful little green flowers. Now, they're really common in meadows and thickets along streams, often with really moist, damp soil, and since they grow from spreading rhizomes, where you find one, you usually find a whole bunch of them. Ooh, hey there. So the sting from stinging nettles comes from all these tiny little hairs along the stalk and the stems, the undersides of the leaves, and even around the flowers that are actually these really fragile cylinders of formic acid stemming from glands within the plant. And when you break those cylinders, the formic acid gets on your skin, causing a burning, tingling, or stinging sensation, and oftentimes even a rash. Now, this is a really unique adaptation that these plants have that keep them from being munched on by grazing animals, but despite all that, it doesn't stop them from being actively foraged by indigenous and settlers all throughout Cascadia. I mean, these plants are incredibly useful and really tasty. I mean, especially when they're young, you can just blanch the young shoots really quickly in hot water, which gets rid of the sting, and then they taste kind of like a nice little wilted spinach. It's quite delicious. Stinging nettles really are a spectacular plant, and indigenous nations traditionally all throughout Cascadia have used them for a variety of different purposes. You know, the central cores of the woody stalks are really strong and malleable and have been used to make everything from fish nets to ropes and trap lines, and then the leaves have been ground up and used to make teas that soothe rheumatism or arthritis. Now, it might sound a bit unorthodox, but the stinging sensation from needles, the formic acid, has actually been shown to reduce swelling and pain in arthritis or joint-related issues. I mean, personally, I have some pretty bad knees from various activities over the years, and I've literally taken nettles and just beat my knees, and if you can, withstand the initial sting of it all, it actually works wonders. So I 10 out of 10 recommend it, but don't hold me liable. Now, don't let their stinging tendencies sway your judgment, because these gorgeous beauties, stinging nettles, are an absolute staple here in Cascadia with many pretty sweet perks. I love these little beauties. Woo! Oh dang, what a beauty. If you're enjoying these videos, feel free to keep on watching, subscribe to my channel, or help support their production by becoming a patron at the Patreon page below. We've got all sorts of sweet perks there, as well as stickers and merch available at nerdyaboutnature.com. Because nature, it's pretty neat, you know? The more you know about it, the more fun you're gonna have next time you're out there enjoying it. God, there's just so much green, I've never seen this much green before.